Andy Moran's the name, Hunter Valley Machinery Club, but I'm an original from the Nambucca River. I come from Mississippi. This is a Frisco standard engine, 4 horsepower. They were made in San Francisco. It's a marine engine, vertical, open crank, side shaft, igniter engine. This engine was purchased second-hand about 1910 by a local family on the Nambucca River. And it ran the launch up and down the river till about 1942 when the boat was sold. The engine was taken off, and it actually ran a shaft cutter on a farm for many years with freshwater cooling, which is the only reason it still exists. Most of these marine engines use saltwater cooling till they rusted out, then they were just dumped. So it's quite a rare engine, a lot of local history to the Nambucca River. I swapped it for a big lathe for a bloke who was the grandson of the original owner, and he had it over in Briarfield on the way to Bellingen. So absolutely beautiful engine, runs perfectly, can start it up at 9 o'clock, it'll run all day without any attention whatsoever. They're a beautiful piece of work. I've got 3 other of these engines. I've actually got one of these in a boat that I built for myself. So they're probably my proudest and best engines, the Friscos. They were quite an expensive engine when they came out. They powered a lot of the fishing fleet out of Sydney Harbour, powered a lot of the cross-river ferries coming up the north coast. Warren, Josephson and Sydney were the agents for them. They actually made quite a few of the components in the engine. Quite a few of the components have got W and J cast into the bottom of them. So it was obviously part of the tariff system at the time. If you could increase the local content, you paid less duty on importing them. They start up with battery. When they're running, you then switch over to the generator here, and unfortunately I didn't pack my drive belts for the generator, so it's been running for 2 days on battery rather than generator. I made the coil myself, made a fair few components here. I made the valves for it, they were rusted out. This is all new, but they're a beautiful engine. Just love it. This one is an International M. Again, it's the igniter engine. You can see other International M's around with spark plug ignition. I don't know much of the history of this engine. I can't even remember where I bought it. Very early one, about World War I vintage. Got the Royal cast iron carburetor, the International igniter, and I run it on the, it's got the International generator, low tension generator. Again, one of the better American made engines in my opinion. And split display engine, runs hot, boils the water all the time. I've tried playing around with the ignition timing on it, but it doesn't seem to make any difference for that. Had to make a new fuel tank in the base, new needle valves for the carby. Nice little engine, designed to run on kerosene, petrol and kero. The carburetor has a small chamber there to start on petrol. You then switch this lever around, and then it pumps fuel out of the tank in the base. And it's just an overflow carburetor, there's no float in it. So it keeps pumping fuel up, it overflows in there, and then runs back into the fuel tank. So not a lot of petrol kero engines came out of America because their petrol was so cheap. But that one, the petrol kero International M.
The Old Machinery Magazine. Remember to subscribe and tap the bell to be notified of any new videos.